Hey everyone, OT Lifehacker here with the OT 101 on the Allen Cognitive Level Screening Test, ACLS for short, also known as a leather lacing test and leather lacing tool. So in occupational therapy, you want to examine areas of concern in performance of tasks and activities to see what is causing the problems in these areas. Now, cognition can oftentimes be one of the culprits. Slower processing speed, ability to problem solve, make decisions, sequence steps, meaning doing things in a certain order, and more. So this test I'm introducing today, the Allen Cognitive Level Screening Tool, looks at multiple skills, especially within executive functioning, particularly in cognition, meaning thinking. So it looks at planning, decision making, working memory, error correction, problem solving, flexibility, learning new abilities, like I said, information processing, and many other areas that may be undetectable or unsuspected related to functional cognition. Now, in other words, healthcare providers may often use these, especially in skilled nursing, to look at a person's functional cognition, meaning what patterns of performance and ability a person is having trouble with and why. Something to keep in mind is that this tool provides an initial estimate of cognitive function, and the score is then validated by further observations. So be very, very, very careful to not make the assumption that this is the all-concluding tool that if someone scores a low level on the on this exam tool, that they would then be put into a certain level of care. You have to look at all the other factors involved. So keep in mind that there are numerous things, absolutely a ton of different confounding variables that may be at play, meaning other things that can be affecting a person's performance on this. And that can be, they may do things very differently. It could be a cultural thing, a language barrier, that a person may have test-taking anxiety. They may be having difficulty performing in front of someone else, and so much more can be complications related to this. Now, let's get into what this test is, what you do with this test. So notice that it has many different, it has holes all around. And there are 3 different stitches to look at. So with this, and there's 2 different sides, a smooth side and a rough side. And so you'll first have the person do a run stitch. You'll see how well they follow directions. You'll guide them, tell them how to do it. So you'll show them and tell them as you do it. And you have guidelines to help you. So here are the guidelines provided, and this is it's standardized so that you have to follow each of the prompts, and you cannot tell the person if they're doing a good job or give them anything that's outside of this. You have to stick with this. So you have them do this, and before you start, you want to make sure that they can see the holes. Can you see the holes is what you'll ask them. And you're testing to see their vision, because vision could be one of the factors affecting their performance. If they can't see the holes, then they will have trouble from the get-go, very likely. All right, so there's much more to this. You have to look at the directions, follow them, and then there's scoring at the end for you to score how well they did on each of the stitches. All right, so again, this test looks at executive functioning and other cognitive areas, and it is a good initial estimate of someone's performance, functional cognition. So all of you take care, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.